Welcome to the Nerdy Neanderthals podcast. This is episode 2. I titled the episode Who Wins in a 1v1. I have 5 different Who Wins in a 1v1 questions. Alex has some questions of his own. In case you missed the first episode, let's run through an introduction. My name is Tahgee or Tahgee Streams. If you've been around my channel, you should know that. But if you haven't been around my channel, welcome. Thank you for watching my podcast. Take it away, Alex.
And I am Smoothie, aka Aura is Cool. And if you follow Tahgee, you'll know that I was a commentator on the Brawlathon, and that I'm also an up-and-coming streamer. So keep a lookout for me when I start posting more videos.
Let's get right into the news. Let me start with my Who Wins in a Fight question. Let's open it up with a banger. They were both subjects of the last episode. Now we're putting them in a 1v1. Alex, you already know the question. This was my example question for you, so you knew what I was cooking with. Who wins in a 1v1? Who walks out of the room alive if they knew that it was a fight to the death? Season 1 Mark Grayson Invincible or Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. Okay. So I'll go ahead and present my first little question for this. So if we're saying we're going to say season 1 Invincible, are we capping Spider-Man as well at a certain time, or
we
are we going to
say
classic Spider-Man?
We could say, like, not necessarily a rookie Spider-Man, but not like Insomniac Spider-Man either. Kind of an in-between. Yeah. Kind of an in-between.
Okay. So for the sake of this argument, I am going to present this piece of evidence. Spider-Man is going to struggle if he at least hasn't fought Morlun.
Now, keep in mind, going into this fight, Spider-Man is aware that he should not hold back.
Yes. Okay.
This fight is no hold bars. Both characters have already mentally agreed that they're going to kill if they have to kill. This is a fight to the death, and they already know that.
Yeah. It's okay. So that man, that's a really good question. It's hard to really. I don't want to say Invincible and or Spider-Man just yet, because I do want to do. Let's look at the facts real quick. So Invincible feats. Obviously, we know he's Vulture, right? Obviously, we know that he is one of the strongest things in his verse. A simple punch from normal people that have classic durability or classic super strength on Earth can't really phase Mark. So Spider-Man doesn't really have a whole lot to work with. He's not like Miles, or he's not like Kane Parker, who has that extra ability that can give him some type of edge. Peter Parker, straight up at his core, what makes him a great Spider-Man is that he is just Spider-Man. His powers are just spider-like. He has enhanced everything, enhanced senses, enhanced durability, enhanced strength, enhanced reflexes. And if we're going to say, at least for the sake of the argument, give this Spider-Man a good bit of time. So after fighting Morlun, let's say after some Spider-Verse, Spider-Tony stuff, he understands his place in the universe.
Honestly, to make this more fair, I feel like you would need Spider-Man kind of at his peak.
Yes, because Spider-Man as a rookie was, yes, he knows he can't hold back.
Because Invincible's powers are just stronger, so you would need a veteran Spider-Man.
Yes. Yeah, a Spider-Man that's at least, post held, at least give us a 25-year-old Spider-Man. You know what I mean?
I would say, now that I've kind of thought about it a little bit, I would say this is a seasoned veteran Spider-Man. This is someone who's been through the ringer. Okay. He knows what's up. He can do it. He's fought the Sinister Sticks. He's fought Morlun. He's done the deed. He's hit his lines.
He's done everything. He held up the bugle.
Exactly.
So
this is the Peter we know and love.
It's hard. It's hard to. And then we. But okay.
Here, with Spider-Man, can I give my 2 cents to kind of help you a little bit?
Yeah.
Here's my 2 cents. Here's my 2 arguments for both characters. Okay. We know in season 1, even when Mark was in life and death situations, even when he knew that he was supposed to not be holding back, he still did.
Yeah.
And because he wants to kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? He doesn't want to overdo it and like be a monster.
Yeah, because
He
that's
doesn't
what.
he doesn't want to see himself as a monster.
Yeah.
And so he might it might be one of those things. We know how Mark is. He sees some bloods on his hand. He starts getting a little dizzy because he's kind of a pussy ass bitch about blood on his hands.
Especially season 1.
Yeah, especially season 1. Like season 1 Mark, I feel like he's just too naive. Like he'll freak out under pressure type of thing.
Yeah. Spider-Man.
And then my argument kind of for Spider-Man, because at the same time you could argue for season 1 Mark that doesn't necessarily apply here, since they both are aware that it is to the death.
Yeah.
So you could make an argument that Mark wouldn't freeze up because he knows that he's not going to leave if he does. You could make that argument, and that's fair.
Like I feel like it'd be fair to give him that sense of like, okay, that's
I need to lock
dread.
in.
Yeah.
Like I need to lock in.
But we're also counting a Spider-Man who's experienced. He's a veteran, and he understands. Okay, if I don't make it out of this, I'm dead.
Exactly.
I am, and he's facing an opponent that is century level.
Here's Here's my argument for Peter against the season 1 Mark. We know that people similar to Spider-Man's strength, at least in the feats of the Invincible show, have done damage to Mark and could win in a fight if they were more durable or faster or whatever.
Oh yeah, and taking down a Vulture doesn't necessarily mean you have to overpower them. Like
exactly.
Even if we're gonna say,
there was multiple characters that were not stronger than the Mark variants that still took Mark down during the Invincible War.
Exactly. Like I mean, look at of heroes. Like I mean, let's throw in this little group of heroes. It was the Brit. It was the British kid and his monster. It was that one electric bitch. I can't remember her name, but they all like literally started jumping an Invincible variant and killed him
and beat him. Yes, and beat him.
They killed him. So it's like,
and the Brit is, I would say, at least from what I've seen, he's weaker than Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, but the Brit's weaker than Spider-Man, but the Brit is him.
Yeah. No, nothing against the Brit. I loved the Brit in season 4. I'm so glad he's a part of the Guardians. I really liked him in season 4. Yeah. But Peter is stronger than the Brit, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, Peter is stronger than the Brit, I would say, because all the Brit has is just invulnerability.
But like my main argument for why I think Peter has a little bit of an edge here is a well-seasoned veteran Spider-Man has gone against people that absolutely should have beat him. But one thing about Peter is how quick he is on his feet in a combat situation. Daredevil, specifically in his comics, makes a mention while he's fighting alongside Peter Parker that his heart rate never picks up no matter how dangerous the fight gets, and that Peter stays scarily calm the entire fight.
Yeah,
even when he's close to death.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So Mark is nowhere near as smart as Peter. As soon as Peter realizes that he can outmaneuver Mark with his webs and kind of trick Mark up with his webs a little bit, and as soon as he realizes that Mark is still kind of a rookie at this shit, he'll start going for more advanced maneuvers and throwing Mark way off his rhythm.
Yes, because and if we're saying it's a seasoned Spider-Man, at least a season, even if it wasn't a seasoned Spider-Man, look at a lot of iterations of an early Spider-Man who's a rookie. He still uses, I love you, babe. He still uses gadgets and things that he creates because, all right, Spider-Man is objectively smarter than Mark. Spider-Man is a degree holder.
Spider-Man's a genius.
He is one of the smartest people in Marvel.
Yes. He has been given his respects by Mr. Fantastic as a smart person.
Even as a kid, like the Fantastic Four, when Spider-Man first got his powers at freshly 18, if we're going to go back to like OG lore, because Spider-Man at the end of the day, when he got his powers, was not 16 or 15. That happened because of the Mark Bagley story and the Ultimate Spider-Man story, when his lore got changed to him being like a teenager when he gets powers. So even if we're saying this is a classic Spider-Man story, he gets his powers at 18 during a high school senior trip. gets his powers, tries to become Spider-Man. He doesn't really know what he's doing, meets the Fantastic Four. They literally wanted him there because all of them realized what Peter's skill set was very specifically for very specific situations. Like, at the end of the day, the MCU has clouded Spider-Man's judgment and our judgment of Spider-Man for him being friends with the Avengers, because in his actual lore, Spider-Man cannot stand the Avengers. And
He's also really tight with the X-Men and the Fantastic Four.
he's literally tight with the opposing teams here, like all the other cool superhero teams, and he hates Tony Stark.
When the when the X-Men found out that Peter was spending Christmas alone, they all like called him, asking him if they could spend Christmas with him, and they were all like fighting over him. They were like, "No, I'm gonna hang out with Peter."
All, like literally the event, like even in the Avengers in that story, the X-Men, Fantastic Four, the Defenders, they were all like, "Yo, we want Spider-Man for Christmas, bro.
Yeah, and we were like, "No, we want Christmas with Spider-Man." And they were like, "No, we want Christmas with Spider-Man."
It's such a good story. So if we're accounting, this is Spider-Man, even as a seasoned veteran, but even as a kid, 18 to like 24, he has some type of sonic gadget that is going to at least disqualify Mark.
That's the edge you're going with this. I didn't even think about that.
Spider-Man would be able to be invincible in a fair one-on-one fight. I will say that.
If Spider-Man can figure out that Venom's weak to sounds mid-combat, why can't he figure out that Mark's weak to sounds?
That Mark's weak to sounds. Like I get where you're coming from, because it all presents the question of like what gadgets.
Like the first time Spider-Man fought Venom in multiple different iterations, he kind of just figures out his weaknesses during the fight.
Yeah, because either Venom tries to act out and destroys something and makes like a car alarm go off and the sound fucks with him, or he'll spread a fire and then the fire fucks with him.
Exactly. Or like just situational stuff. Peter notices little shit. So like if Peter hits him with something and he notices that hurt, he'll look for more of that.
Exactly. Because Peter is not, if not anything, he's petty. And when he finds out, he's going to exploit the fuck out of you.
The real question is, is season one Mark fast enough to beat Spider Sense?
And that is such a good question that you bring that up, because I just was doing research on his Spider Sense.
Because his Spider Sense is pretty quick.
Spider Sense works.
Because it's like a pre thing. It's not like it's like it's season of the future type of thing.
Yes, it's not. People confuse his Spider Sense with an imminent danger thing. It's like a cruise missile that's
it works. The Madam Web's powers is the complex version of Spider Sense.
Yep, and like so, Spider-Man just Spider-Man. His physical and mental health is affected. Now I know this is Google AI overview. This is the only thing. I'm using some Reddit stories. I'm using some comic panels to help back me up here. But everything that I've gathered so far, it affects his physical and mental health. It could affect him in any way, physical or mental. So Mark could say something or trigger something in him that will cause his brain to just be like, okay, wait, I got it. Now we go to this. Danger detection. It alerts him to immediate threats with the intensity of the tingle matching the severity of the danger. But people will argue he has to view Mark as the danger, which, okay, yes, they're both superheroes.
In this fight, he would.
Yes, in this fight, he would understand this is my enemy. I have to kill him.
In this fight, he would see his fate.
Able to detect him a second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds ahead. Spider Sense is so in tune that his Spider Sense it's precognition. It can warn him seconds before any event happens. That could be anything. That could be him going into debt.
And his Spider Sense, that's true. He can win a game of blackjack or poker with Spider Sense.
With Spider Sense.
Tayshawn, that's one of the dumbest questions I've ever read in my life. That's literally a coughing baby versus John Wick question.
Homelander versus Lucan.
That is a coughing baby versus John Wick question.
Looking to be like, you have a small dick. Just kill him or something.
Lucan would get hit once by Homelander and be like, "You just hit me, bitch," and kill him on the spot.
Planet has to offer. Fucking love Lucan, bro.
Because Lucan don't play around. If you've noticed, Lucan is usually the first one to enter the Viltrumite chop form. He does not play around. He does not play around. He immediately goes into chop. Cinnamon Bun, hello.
This does just go back to the first, that Invincible question, but this goes back to the spider sense stuff. The sense is connected to his superhuman reflexes.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is able to swiftly move around the city, even with his swinging. His spider sense plays a part in that.
Yes.
His reflexes are quite literally superhuman. So if his precognition kicks in, it would tell him, "Oh shit, Mark's thinking about something. Mark's probably gonna either rush at me or hit me. I gotta think of something to do. He's faster than me. I have to before." So he would literally react before him. Mark would not rush him. Spider-Man would pre-dodge. Mark would rush him. He'd already dodge. Because he would understand Mark is about to do something. And depending on how heavy the attack is, that's how hard his spider sense is going to be hitting them.
Exactly.
And now that you bring it up, let's bring up the Web of Life and Destiny, which is a great thing to bring up.
Let's not do that. Let's not get into that right now.
Hey, you talked about Madam Web. We got to talk about the Web of Life and Destiny.
No, that's not how that works. Second of all, I was trying to pause you while you were ranting because I need to stop this dastardly question in my chat, but I let you finish ranting. Bugs Bunny versus SpongeBob is one of those nothing questions. You can't put Toon Force versus Toon Force. That does not work. They will both win. That is how Toon Force works. They will always win.
Homelander killing the 160th Uncle Grandpa, and Uncle Grandpa comes back. Glad I wasn't that guy.
Glad I wasn't that guy. Toon Force is literally the most broken power in fiction. If you have Toon Force, you can't lose. You literally can't lose.
If we're saying Spider-Ham versus Invincible, yeah, Spider-Ham's taking it up. And Spider-Ham, because he quite literally has.
By the way, Cinnamon Bun and Adam, if the fight was underwater, SpongeBob does not have an advantage. Bugs Bunny has Toon Force. He can just pull a fucking water mask out of his ass and breathe underwater.
Bugs Bunny will quite literally pull the plug from the ocean, and it's like a bathtub.
Yeah, exactly. It's Toon Force versus Toon Force. The fight will never end. It's an endless fight. It literally, there will never be a winner. It will be SpongeBob and Bugs Bunny putting belt to ass on each other for eternity.
SpongeBob will come out, bro, with his no license, and he'll start driving that little fucking boat car, crash into Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny will draw an anvil on top of the car, cause the car to fucking blow up. Guess what? SpongeBob's underwater, so the car's no longer on fire, even though it's still on fire. That makes sense.
Okay. Now that we've cleared the Toon Force thing out of the way, I think, at least for me, I've come to a conclusion of who I think the victor would be in season 1, Invincible versus Spider-Man.
I think Spider-Man's gonna take the dub.
I think Spider-Man wins. I think if it was current Mark, yeah, I don't know if Spider-Man really has much against that. That's just too strong. That's just out of his wheelhouse.
He would move. Because his spider sense
I love Spider-Man.
Comes to a limit.
There is people that argue certain certain versions of Peter Parker could beat in Omni-Man and shit.
Well, yeah, if we're looking at Cosmic Spider-Man, who quite literally has the power of Cosmic.
Whoa. Not that powerful. I'm not talking about cosmic level threats. I'm just talking about your friendly neighborhood, man.
Okay, I'll ask you this question because so we have come to the conclusion: season 1 Mark versus Spider-Man. Even if it's kind of not experienced Spider-Man, he still has gadgets. He would still figure it out.
Spider-Man wins. But if it was the current Mark, that's a different story.
that's an entirely different debate. So now this segues into my next question.
Go
What
for it.
other powers would be interesting for a Spider-Man-like character? Because we know that Miles Morales, his etch is his bioelectricity. He is a living generator. That's what makes him different. Kane Parker, he has those spikes that come out. He can give you the mark of Kane that also paralyzes you.
I already have it.
Okay. Word.
He technically has this in a version of the comics, but I'm pretty sure it only exists in one singular version of the comics, so I'm not going to count it. Peter Parker, since he's basically the only Spider-Man that doesn't have any unique abilities or anything unique about him, he's just a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He should have one, and I don't care what anybody says, organic webbing Peter Parker is better than web shooter Peter Parker.
Better than web shooter Peter Parker.
Second, with organic webbing, Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, should have stronger webbing than the average Spider-Man, and
Yes.
he is able to make web constructs.
Yes.
So he is able
yes.
to put a web bubble around him. He is able to make like a web spike ball, stuff like that.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's clear up this question. Super Mario, every
Power up except the star versus Spider-Man.
Okay,
See,
again, you're telling me Mario can grow 15 feet taller and then eat a flower that gives him the ability to engulf himself in flames?
wait, but hold on. Are you saying every power up together? So we're canceling out the idea that most of the powers cancel each other out because you have to claim a new outfit.
Yeah, because I was
We're
about
saying
to say
every outfit put together, fire, ice, woodland creature, all of it.
the bee, the fucking ghost.
Okay, so you're saying all of it except the star. That's what you're saying. Everything except his invulnerability power up versus Spider-Man.
Well,
Okay, let me clear this up. No, Alex, don't worry, I got this. Let me clear this up, Adam. Spider-Man has if Mario uses a flame ball, Spider-Man has taken on a cosmic being whose main power is flame by himself and put belt to ass on, bro. The woodland creatures doesn't matter. The woodland creature version of Mario where he can like climb trees and fly and shit doesn't matter because Spider-Man will always catch him with spider sense. And also, even with a power up and a mushroom, Mario dies in 3 hits.
Technically, if we're going based off of Mario logic, if we're going based off
You're
Mario
telling me
logic,
Spider-Man won't be able to hit him 3 times? Are you being dead ass? What are we talking about here? Canonically, bro dies in 3 hits. What are we talking about?
If we're counting like, I guess let me entertain Adam's side here. Let me be on pro Mario real quick. Let's
Brother, the flying doesn't matter. I promise. You do realize that one of Spider-Man's main villains, their whole thing is that they can fly.
I hate to break it to you, Mark, but every one of Spider-Man's power-ups, Superman, what the fuck? Every
Super
one
Mario?
of Mario's power-ups is literally a rogue's villain for Spider-Man.
Yeah. Exactly. That's like my whole point.
I think Spider-Man's gonna take it though. I think Super Mario is definitely gonna throw Spider-Man for a loop. 100%.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's
Anyways,
sick of, okay, fuck this.
let me go back to answering your question. I have always thought that Peter should have web constructs. And this idea comes from the first time I played Spider-Man 1, the movie video game on the PS2.
Yeah.
If people have never played that game before, it's the only Spider-Man game. I believe it's the only one. Maybe he also did it in Spider-Man 2, but I believe it's the only Spider-Man game. Oh no, he did it for all 3. It's the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man games. The video games that go with his movies. The first one. If you play that game, he has web constructs. He can put a web bubble around himself. He can do something special with the enemies. He can like web them up a specific way.
He literally, yeah, no, you're so right.
He has web constructs. And Peter should have stronger webs and web constructs. That should be his special thing.
Yeah, no, you're actually so right about that. Okay, no, web, well, not even just web constructs. The idea of organic webbing makes his mutation so much better as well, because at his core, Spider-Man is that he's a mutate. His DNA got changed. That's the whole point of the Man Spider story, because he tried to cure himself. He essentially accelerated his mutation, and that's what turned him into Man Spider, or gave him the six-armed Spider-Man story. Because his mutation, that is his actual mutation. Man Spider and six-armed Spider-Man is true Spider-Man. Because that is what he is. But people don't like that, obviously, so they're going to keep him as just a normal superhero. And what's classic with that? Oh, he has problems with his gadgets. Oh, like his web shooters, which I get. Web shooters were a prominent thing from his literal creation. It makes sense. I love web shooters. No, yes, organic webbing is better. I love web shooters. I love the idea of web shooters, but organic webbing is better for the sake of his mutation, for the sake of his story, and for the sake of future arcs and future plot points. Although, yes, in the Amazing Spider-Man animated series and in his original rendition, he had web shooters, and he had web shooters when he got the six arms. But after he got the six arms, he had organic webbing.
Once he went through with the mutation, he had organic webbing.
And if we look at the Man Spider story, that doesn't only turn him into the Man Spider, but his further mutation from Brand New Day. After Mephisto does all of his bullshit and is like, "Yo, your Aunt May's dead. Word, or your Aunt May's dying. Oh shit. Can I low key like?" How do I fix this? And Mephisto's like, okay, well, I'm going to erase your marriage from MJ, erase that out of existence. Your Aunt May will live. Peter sacrificed that for his Aunt May, does that. In that story, he also started mutating more. That was Mephisto's curse. You remember the whole web cocoon that he encased himself in, and afterwards he gets organic webbing and everything like that. That shit is goated. I may be a Spider-Man glazer, and I know what's wrong with Spider-Man, but also his corny ass stories that they keep redoing, I love. I love Man Spider. I love Six-Armed Spider-Man. I love like the classic rendition on the Lizard story. I love the classic renditions of Mysterio's story. But it's just a fact. It's a factoid. Organic webbing is better. Just better.
Do you have ability you would like to add to Spider-Man's arsenal, or do you agree with mine?
Yes, I do. I have another ability. I do heavily agree with yours. That is a fucking goated one. But here's mine. I think Spider-Man, as a part of being a spider, for example, I don't think it should go to just Peter Parker. I feel like this should go to any Spider-Man, because this is a really tough power in my opinion. You know how Kane Parker has the mark of Cain and he could shoot spikes, not shoot them, but he has spikes out of his forearms.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a Spider-Man that has that same ability, but enhanced. So instead of it just straight up paralyzing them or anything, or just you stab them, it should be poison filled. And that Spider-Man should have a power that allows him to be immune to poison and detect poison, understand poison. That spiders have toxins, spiders have venom. I feel like there should be a Spider-Man that can utilize that and create his own venom type shit.
This motherfucker spitting chat. This motherfucker spitting chat.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. And you know what? Speaking of venom and making things stronger.
Okay.
Let's move on to my second 1v1.
Here we go.
Except,
I love our little segments.
Except the segue kind of falls apart when I tell you a specific detail about the fight. But that's okay.
Okay.
Who wins in a 1v1? Deathstroke or Daredevil? And it's hands only.
Deathstroke or Daredevil?
No weapons. No weapons involved.
Okay.
So Daredevil doesn't have his billy clubs. Deathstroke doesn't have his staff, sword, or guns.
Okay. I'm gonna do a basic little search.
Deathstroke is technically superhuman.
Is he really? Okay, that's what I'm saying. I know little about Deathstroke and Daredevil, but I know enough.
You could also make the argument that Daredevil is superhuman since he literally can sense everything.
Yeah, I love it how they try to be like, nah, Daredevil is just straight, like Matt Murdock's just straight up a dude, bro. He's just straight up a dude.
Because it's like he's not. He's just not.
That's like seeing Batman's just straight up a dude.
What he's capable of is literally superhuman, like by definition. Because it makes him a better fighter. He can literally feel when people are about to attack and react to that feeling.
He can hear them moving. That's a different type of
He
sound.
can literally hear the wind in the air breaking as their arm moves forward. Do you understand me? Do you understand me?
But let's look at some Deathstroke lore real quick. Okay, he's a master assassin, mercenary, and a master tactician.
And one of the only people that has been capable of beating him in a 1v1 is Batman.
Oh, I thought the Teen Titans beat him.
Yeah, but 1v1, not a whole group versus one dude.
Fair point. Fair point.
Bro, I thought that team that has the demon girl and the alien beat him. Yeah, they did.
That team who had Batman's son and a literal cyborg and a dude who could transform into any single animal, prehistoric or alive, beat him, right? You tell me Batman's kid beat him? No way.
No way. Well, yeah, he did with the help of 4 superhero beings.
You tell me kids with guns beat the elderly man? Bullshit.
Anyways, Jesus Christ. You're telling me John Wick killed that baby.
Yeah. I mean, John Wick killed that blind man over there.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Yes. They are capable. Yes.
Word. No.
One of the only people to take Deathstroke on in a 1v1 fight and win is Batman.
Batman. Holy shit. Okay.
Oh shit.
Sorry. Okay. So, knowing a little bit more about Deathstroke and knowing a little bit more about Daredevil, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to say because Deathstroke, i.e., isn't he doesn't have the ability that Taskmaster has, right? Where it's like he is
incredibly smart. He basically has super soldier serum.
Okay.
The serum that enhances him, it makes him smarter, stronger, faster.
Okay. I need to learn more about that.
And so he can learn his opponent like as he fights them. And understand how to counter them as he fights them. That's what makes him a dangerous hand-to-hand combatant.
Okay.
But he's not like Taskmaster levels, or like he's not doing any crazy shit. His superhuman abilities cap very quickly. Like he's not doing nuts shit. He's very, I would say what his serum is capable of is very similar to Captain America's serum.
Yeah, it just gives him like enhanced like human abilities.
But the difference is Deathstroke is slightly above human. He's not absolute peak human. He's slightly above that.
Would you consider Daredevil above human or peak human?
I would consider Daredevil peak human, but you have to factor in his senses. His senses are above human. Like his power, quote unquote, is above human. It goes past the peak. He can literally sense like things being thrown at him and danger incoming just from like the differences in the air.
Yeah.
Like it's nuts.
That's what I'm thinking of, because I'm kind of stuck on the Daredevil answer, because although yes, Deathstroke is master mercenary, master assassin, master technician, he could tell what you're gonna do before you even do it. Matt Murdock, the motherfucker, knows what you're gonna do before you do it. There's no like telling. There's just he knows. How is Daredevil being human when he's blind? I think seeing Daredevil is bad.
Daredevil himself says that his version of sight is an upgrade to human sight. He says that in the comics.
Study.
You have to understand, Daredevil was not born blind. He spent the first like 10 years of his life as a regular person.
Yeah, so I mean, like he can, like he clearly.
And actually, there's a specific comic, the Superior Iron Man comics, where Superior Tony gives Daredevil a cure to his blindness, like forces it on him, but it's a temporary cure. And he basically tells Daredevil, if you want a permanent one, you work for me. And Daredevil, being the goat that he is, the first thing he does, Tony tells him that he has like an hour to see before it goes away. The first thing Daredevil does is leave where Tony's at, go to his best friend's apartment just so he can see his best friend for the first time. And right when he looks at Foggy, right when he like actually gets to see him, his vision goes back to the way it used to be.
Yeah.
And Foggy goes, "Hey, Matt, what are you doing here?" And Matt doesn't respond. And you can see his vision like start to go back. And he goes, and he doesn't respond. And Foggy's like, "Matt, are you okay?" And then his vision goes all the way back. It's literally panel by panel. It's a comic panel. You see his vision like slowly come back, and his vision fully comes back, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm fine." And that's the end of the comic. That's literally how the comic ends. But seeing Daredevil is a worse fighter because he's not used to having his sense of sight.
I wouldn't say he's a.
He would literally be fighting completely differently. You're adding a sense, which technically on the way Daredevil works would nullify his other senses.
Yeah. Okay.
He would be worse at fighting.
I get what you're saying. No, he quite, because he states that, I'm sure.
He could close his eyes, kitten. Daredevil doesn't see black. Oh my god. Daredevil, people think that Matt Murdock is blind. He is not blind. He doesn't see black. That's not what he sees. Because of his other senses, he literally has like sonar vision. Like he literally sees the world around him as if it was a radar. And he can see so far beyond what humans are capable of seeing. Like he can see like behind walls and like through stories of a house.
Oh yeah. He can,
like his senses are nuts. He can technically see, he just can't see. So he's a dolphin but blind? No, that's not what I'm saying.
He doesn't use echolocation. It's everything that the person does. He can smell you. He can hear you differently.
So
like,
let me explain this, kid. When Daredevil lost his sight, he slowly realized after he lost his sight that his other senses were improving at a level that does not improve for other people. Daredevil literally fakes being blind He doesn't need a cane. He can see just fine with his powers. He doesn't need a cane or anything. He fakes being blind at a young age because he realizes that his other senses are extremely heightened. So from a young age, he learns to control them and master them. So by the time Matt Murdock is Daredevil, he can literally, like, I could be on one end of a house, you could be on the other end of a house, or like, just like, let's not go that far just because it's ridiculous, but it is true. Actually, no, let's go that far because it's true. You can be on one end of a house, he can be on the other end of the house. He would literally be able to tell you what you drank 3 hours ago because he can still taste it on your fucking lips. That's how crazy his senses are.
Yeah, like it's or like Foggy, for example, how can you control how good you hear? So imagine being blind, and then imagine all you got is hearing. That's how you have. Take away the fact that you can see, and then you get it. You know what I mean?
No,
I don't know how to explain it.
No. So I'll explain it because there is a explanation in comics. Matt has been trained by martial artists and like Shaolin monks and shit. So he's been trained in the art of meditation as well. So he's learned to control his emotions and control his mind and center himself. So when he's trying to hear, when he's trying to smell, when he's trying to taste, he's really, really focusing on those senses. So he can literally hear everything around him from like blocks away. Like he can hear cars honking, he can hear people talking, he can hear phones ringing, and he has taught himself how to close everything else out and just focus on individual noises.
Yeah, that's how he like whenever he's perched up and he's just low-key just people watching. He's not just people watching.
Like if you ever watch the show, Charlie Cox will do this a lot. He's squinting with his ears. Exactly right. That is exactly what he is doing. If you ever watch the show, there's a lot of Charlie Cox doing this in The Mask, and that's a Daredevil listening, because his ears are his most powerful thing. He can hear a drop of water and he can see like a whole room because he does have echolocation. He does.
And I to go to back to Deathstroke real quick. Deathstroke, I feel like wouldn't clock the fact that he's blind right away.
No one does because he guards his eyes with his mask. No one knows that Daredevil's blind.
It's one of those things I don't think he would understand to try to discombobulate Matt.
Yeah,
and like
true.
Take out his hearing. He would just, because we're also taking, if it's just straight hands.
If anything, he'd go for his eyes first.
Yeah, if it's straight hands, Daredevil's going to be able to hear how his body's moving and understand how his heartbeat is, what it sounds like. Because yes, Deathstroke more than likely as well has learned how to calm himself. So you're taking two people who have learned to hard focus like that against each other. So there's going to be a little bit of a stalemate. But Matt's gonna, I feel like, understand a lot quicker that, okay, well, this guy's like a little bit hard to read. I just have to read his movement, maybe not him. And Deathstroke just, how the fuck is he blocking me so much?
I love Daredevil and I love Matt Murdock. And Daredevil is probably one of my favorite characters in comics. But there's one thing I'm stuck on that doesn't allow me to say that he wins this fight.
Really?
And that one thing is that Deathstroke has been successful in beating Batman in the past. And I don't think Daredevil could beat Batman in a hand-to-hand combat fight. So if Deathstroke can beat Batman hand-to-hand, but
I don't think Daredevil's beating Batman.
But Deathstroke can, if Deathstroke can beat Batman hand-to-hand, and I believe Batman can beat Daredevil hand-to-hand, then I think Deathstroke is beating Daredevil hand-to-hand.
Okay.
Batman didn't have prep time, doesn't count. Batman always has prep time for Slade Wilson. He's known about him forever.
Batman versus anyone, like, I guess you could say no prep time, but even
also,
then, like, look,
Batman in a hand-to-hand combat fight against Slade Wilson, prep time doesn't do anything.
That's just hand-to-hand.
It doesn't help him.
I am a certified Batman glazer, and I will say Batman beats a lot of people, and I will always be like, okay, but
Okay, wait, wait.
like give him a little bit of prep time. Give him a little bit of
Okay,
prep
wait.
time. But
What, real quick, get away from Batman for a second.
okay,
Going over everything that we've gone over, who do you think wins, Deathstroke or Daredevil?
I don't know. I'm just
I
I'm stuck
think
on Daredevil
I
beating
think
him because
Deathstroke
like
takes the win just because, like I said, I think Batman beats Daredevil, and Deathstroke has beaten Batman in the past. So I think that makes him more than capable of beating Daredevil.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Daredevil could beat Batman in a fight.
No, I don't think he could, realistically.
And so if I don't think he can beat Batman in a fight, I don't think he can beat Deathstroke in a fight. I think it's close. I think it's really close. But I think eventually Deathstroke would win. Batman Who Laughs would win. That's literally the whole point of Batman Who Laughs. Like, that's the whole point of the story. Because he literally take over the world?
Yeah, he always wins.
That's like literally the whole point of Batman Who Laughs. He always wins. Anyways,
Batman
the reason I wanted you to answer that is because my next 1v1 is Batman with prep time.
and with prep time.
My next 1v1
Yes.
is Batman versus the Sinister Six. However, Batman has 24 hours of prep time. And with that 24 hours of prep time, he had Spider-Man on his side feeding him knowledge.
Yeah.
Versus the Sinister Six. And we're going with the traditional Sinister Six.
Okay,
so I'll give you a list. I'll give you a list of the people I'm talking about. This is the Sinister Six, I imagine. I am talking your normal everyday Sinister Six. Doc Ock, Electro, Vulture, Mysterio, Sandman, and Kraven.
Okay, so the OG.
The OG Sinister Six.
Okay. I'm good at this. I love the OG Sinister Six. They're my favorite. I hate Venom being in the Sinister Six. I hate it. I love the OG.
It makes no sense for Venom to be in the Sinister Six, in my opinion.
No, it's stupid. I hate it. I hate it whenever they bring Venom or like, oh man. Okay. Wait. Oh my god.
So we have Doc Ock, Electro, Vulture, Mysterio, Sandman, and Kraven, all going against
Green Goblin.
What?
Green Goblin was in the Sinister Six, the OG.
Oh,
he's the one that.
Oh, then one of these is wrong.
The OG Sinister Six.
No. OG Sinister Six was Doc Ock that created everything.
Yes. You're so right.
You're thinking of Ultimate Universe Sinister Six.
Yes, you're so right.
That's when Goblin creates the Sinister Six.
Yep. It was it was Doc Ock, Electro, Vulture, Kraven.
I was so confused. I was like, "What do you mean? Where's Goblin?"
Yeah, no, you're so right. They literally appeared in the first annual Spider-Man issue in like 1965.
Well, also like OG Sinister Six was the Sinister Six in Spectacular Spider-Man. It wasn't Goblin in that one.
Yes, sir.
Goblin was Harry Osborn.
That shit was so peak.
But we have Doc Ock, Electro, Vulture, Mysterio, Sandman, and Kraven all at once fighting a Batman who has 24 hours of prep time. And during that 24 hours of prepping, he had Spider-Man to help him.
Oh, Batman's taking the dub. If you're giving Batman any more than an hour, he's winning.
Really?
I'm a Batman glazer. Yes, especially with fed information from Spider-Man who has battled them and has beat them on their own and together. He's going to give him the strats. Batman's going to take those strats and he's going to improve them because he's just a better tactician.
My whole thing is like, what is like some of Batman's contingencies for some of these people? Like, I think he can handle Mysterio no problem. And I think Vulture might also be like a no problem one. But like,
okay, let's
what is Batman gonna? Oh, I guess. Okay, yeah. Wait. Now that I think about it, 24 hours of prep time. Batman's gonna make an electric proof suit.
Yeah.
So Electro basically doesn't matter.
Yes, he's going to figure out either how to hack Cyclops' arms or how to just disable them.
He's gonna figure out something with Vulture's wings, so Vulture gets out of the air.
Figure that out. He's gonna understand.
Mysterio's not a problem. Mysterio's not a problem. Yeah. I'm not even worried about Mysterio. Mysterio's not a problem.
Bro, watered out.
Mysterio, Kraven, Batman can handle.
Okay, if we're gonna get to their two, the last two. Sandman
I think they're only two chances of winning, in my opinion, are Kraven and Sandman.
Because Kraven would do his best. He's not gonna beat him hand to hand, but
because here's my thing, right? What could possibly be Batman's contingency for Kraven? Like, I feel like they would just have to fight. That would just be what it is.
Let's do a tad bit of research. How did Spider-Man beat Kraven for the first time? Because we're saying this is OG.
Yes, he could just pour water on Sandman, but you have to understand, Sinister 6 Sandman, that motherfucker wasn't playing around.
He would. Batman don't fucking play. Batman would I'm sorry, kidding, but Batman is a lot more darker than Spider-Man. Batman would heat up Sandman and turn him into glass,
or freeze him.
Yeah, or freeze him. Like, Batman is nullifying Sandman the second that he gets.
But like, also, what is water gonna do against Sandman if he decides to just get bigger? Batman can't just drop a whole water tower on him. He doesn't have the super strength to do that.
Right. Batman would have to incapacitate. Like, going down the list, I really feel like. Okay, well, let's talk about Kraven first.
He doesn't have nukes. This isn't Batman who laughs.
No, there's no nukes. Also, Batman would not nuke. Batman would not nuke.
Listen. You have to understand, Alex. I try to remind myself anytime Adam or Kitten chat. You have to remember that Adam is 14 and Kitten is 15.
The rage baiting.
It's just, this is just normal teenager behavior. I gotta let it go.
I don't think he's gonna nuke. Batman wouldn't nuke. I don't think he would nuke. But let's do a little bit of research here. So in their first major confrontation, Kraven's Last Hunt in 1987, Spider-Man didn't immediately beat Kraven in a physical fight. Oh, that's right, because Kraven, I'm not even reading it anymore. That's right, because Kraven shot him. The symbiote realized that Peter was in trouble. The symbiote went back and saved Peter.
If it's
symbiote,
no, Kitten, you don't understand. Batman with prep time. The whole point of the Batman with prep time joke is that he never kills. He never crosses that line. That's the whole point of the entire premise. He never crosses that line.
Batman.
That is whole point.
Spider-Man didn't even beat Kraven. Kraven killed himself. I'm remembering the story now. Kraven was satisfied with the fact that he killed Spider-Man, his greatest hunt. And he had nothing else to live for, and he quite literally killed himself.
Kitten. Oh my god, bro. Death is not an option. Just get it out of your brain. Anything that kills somebody is not an option. It's just not.
Batman didn't kill him. Like, that's the thing.
It's just not an option. It's literally not an option.
Like, I love your thinking, and I love thinking about.
I don't love your thinking.
Nuking.
I don't love your thinking.
Nuking Gotham City's fun.
Your thinking is very narrow thinking.
This is the duality of man right now. Look, I love the nuking, but
dude, if you say a nuke, bro, I'm gonna time you out, Kitten.
You just won. If
you say a nuke, I'm gonna time you out.
Don't time them out.
I will time you out. Okay.
Mods ban him.
You didn't say the word nuke, so I'll let it slide.
Let it slide, but something that would still blow up the entirety of Gotham City.
Yeah, a hydrogen bomb is still not an option.
I don't know if Batman would look at the Rogues Gallery after 24 hours of prep time, after literally contingency planning for every single villain being spoon-fed information by Spider-Man, would come up to the conclusion, okay, well, I'll just nuke them. I don't think it's going to happen, but I love how you think. Let's put a pin in that. Again, let's recognize that later.
Again, I don't love how you think. It's very narrow-minded thinking.
Let's put a pin in the hydrogen bomb and let's open up this case of crackers when we're ready to eat. All right.
Just put a big tarp over Gotham, and why are they fighting Gotham? That's fair. We
Where-
never
okay,
specifically said
okay.
they're fighting in Gotham.
Okay, fair point. But I also don't think Batman would nuke New York City.
Batman wouldn't nuke anything. That's
I know. I'm with you on that.
Batman wouldn't blow up anything. That's not in Batman's style.
Tayge, this is completely off topic, but I just want to say I love watching your stream through Discord overlay because your light makes you look so orange. You look so you look like that you just went and got a suntan. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's actually blinding.
My fault. That's on me.
Somehow you're getting more saturated.
There we go. Let's get the brightness up a little bit.
Dude.
There we go. What if I just hue shifted it?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Looking at that color doesn't exist in my red. You look like piss. You look like piss.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, there we go. There we go. We're back. Okay, baby.
Everything's fine. Okay. So, ignoring kitten.
Alien. Singles over.
I will say, after thinking about it, yeah, it's Batman.
Because
the answer is Batman.
The answer is Batman. Now, to make this an entirely more interesting fight, take away prep time, give Spider-Man the only thing that Batman has is comms with Spider-Man.
I still think Batman takes it.
He would take it, but for the sake of it, I really think that he would struggle a little bit because at the end of the day, he would be rushed by all six. Batman is used to taking them out one by one because he's a
Oh, I see what you mean. Without prep time, he would fight the whole group.
Yes. He usually understands what to do for his villains, so he will if they're teamed up. The Sinister Six don't fight like that. They fight like the street. They say, hey, we're jumping you, bro. You better get ready.
Yep.
So
and you're right about that. You're right about that.
It's going to get jumped. And for the sake of the argument, I will give Batman home turf. I will give him
I don't think it matters. If he's getting rushed by the whole group, I don't think any of it matters.
I don't think he's gonna struggle. I think he will win eventually, but he's gonna struggle. He's gonna have to realize, okay, I gotta get them separate.
No, if he's getting rushed at once, no prep time, only has comms with Spider-Man, I don't think he wins.
Okay. Why do you think
that? He doesn't have an electric proof suit. He doesn't know anything about Sandman. He's not prepared for Kraven's strength, speed, or skills.
Yes.
Mysterio's the only one that he still doesn't have a problem with. He's not ready for the durability and density of Vulture's wings. He's going to expect to be able to just break them easily, and he's not going to be able to.
And Vulture's sonic scream.
Yeah. And he's not going to know what to do with Doc Ock's arms, because he's not going to be able to just hack them on a whim as he's fighting.
Yes. The reason that Spider-Man is able to make quick work with people like Doc Ock and Kraven is because he can
hold on.
reflex.
Batman did a 2v1 against Ivy and Freeze, dude. He did that light work. See, I understand that. Here's my problem. On paper, Ivy and Freeze sound strong. If you look at any comic, they are so fucking weak. It's hilarious.
And they're also
pathetically weak.
They're a horrible team up.
Yeah,
their plans quite literally need meat to survive.
On paper, they're so strong. In practice, Batman takes them easily. Spider-Man takes them easily.
Oh yeah.
Anyways,
like for the sake of the argument as well, just to prove that I may be like Spider-Man glazing. If I'm gonna say put Spider-Man in the exact same situation, he has comms with Batman, but he's having to fight his rogues. I guess Batman's version.
But he has comms with Batman?
But he has comms with Batman.
Oh, that's different.
I think Spider-Man would not win though, because you gotta look at characters like Killer Croc.
You're crazy. That's your example? Killer Croc?
That was horrible. I thought about that.
The Lizard? Hello?
Yeah, I know. I just thought about that. I'm gonna bring up a character like Scarecrow because Mysterio is watered down Scarecrow.
I agree that Spider-Man loses to Joker with no comms. I agree with that.
Oh, 100%.
Most
No,
people
100%.
lose to Joker with no comms. Most people lose to Joker with no comms.
Yeah, if you don't know what the Joker is, quite literally the
If you're not
embodiment
ready
of-
for Joker, you lose to Joker.
yeah, he's the embodiment of never let them know your next move.
Exactly. He literally keeps everybody on their toes at all times, even Batman. Batman describes fighting Joker as unpredictable. So does Red Hood. Actually, Red Hood describes fighting Joker as fighting someone who doesn't even know what they're gonna do next.
Yeah, literally. It's impossible to read somebody who is just unreadable, man. Like someone who is like Joker, you can't read that.
Spider-Man with comms absolutely dog stomps Joker. If Spider-Man has Batman in his ear, he will stop Joker before Joker can actually do anything.
Oh yeah.
But if he doesn't have a heads up, Joker's got that, because Joker is literally the master of misdirection and like outsmarting someone. The motherfucker outsmarts Batman, and Batman is one of the smartest people in DC.
No, literally, the Riddler gets jealous about how much Joker fucking outsmarts, bro.
Exactly, bro.
And
like Joker is not to be fucked with. He's smart as hell. He is smart as hell.
Like people don't. Oh, Kitten says that they could take Joker. All right, so let's look at Kitten's feats real quick.
15 years old, Doom Scrolls. I know that for a fact because they've commented on my YouTube shorts quite a few times. Plays Brawlhalla.
Okay. Versus
That's about it.
Psychopath.
With hand-to-hand combat experience and a super genius.
Kitten's gonna say something. I'll nuke him.
I'd nuke him. Yeah. I'd nuke Gotham for real.
I just nuke him.
Once I ate 4 pounds of food in 10 minutes. That sounds like a trip to McDonald's.
You once ate 4 pounds.
Bro got 4 quarter pounders and got confused.
4 quarter. Don't ever say some dumb shit like that again.
Hold on. That's why you were able to eat 4 pounds of food in 10 minutes. You're 6'1", 150 pounds. How are you 6'1" and you're 150? That's crazy. I feel like at 6'1" you got to be close to the 200s, no?
No. You so fun fact, Tayge, actually a healthy weight for 6 foot people is like 180.
Close to 200s. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's close to 200, not quite. But my height being 6'5", I have to be like 210 pounds. And
yeah, easily. Yeah, you were definitely not a healthy weight. I already knew that.
I'm like 160.
I'm a twig real. I'm over the healthy weight. Let me tell you.
No. Tayge is getting us all. Check out body. It's T.
I'm literally 100 pounds bigger than I should be. I'm quite literally 100 pounds bigger than the healthy weight for my height.
It's okay, bro.
It's okay though. We're gonna get there one day.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
we gonna get there one day.
I need a home gym, bro.
Batman takes this question. How about you ask your second question?
Okay. This is a pretty quick question. So let's run through my 2 next questions because they're pretty quick to answer. How
Nothing
good
is a quick answer with us. Go ahead.
Fair point. How good would a TMNT Last Ronin show be?
Show? Yeah. Is it animated?
It can be whatever. It can be animated, live action, it can be whatever you want. Just how good would a show be for Last Ronin?
If it is animated and the writers for the comics are involved, it would be one of the greatest, if not the greatest, single piece of TMNT media.
Understandable. I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with TMNT is so good. And I mean that. Someone clip that.
And I mean that. It would literally be one of the greatest pieces of TMNT media ever created.
It just would be. You're so right. So, and then the next question, which pretty easy question, is what Pokemon region would you choose to live in if you had the choice?
The Hoenn region.
No, that's so valid. I was about to say the Hoenn region is so tough. Or the
I
Aloha
love the
region.
Hoenn region.
Oh my god, bro.
I love the Hoenn region. That's just my
Dude.
comfort place.
That's my comfort place, bro.
That's my comfort region. Have you seen the live action movies? Okay, so here's why I vomited when you said that. Which live action movies do you mean?
I was about to say.
Because there's the newer live action movies, which are kind of gross if you know the source material. But they're okay. I can see why people like them. The action is very fun, and some of the lines are very funny. But, oh, you're talking about the originals? Oh, absolutely. The original live action movies are fantastic. They're great. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. I love the fucking original movies. Vanilla Ice rapping while the 4 Ninja Turtles fight Shredder in a club. Hell yes.
Vanilla Ice is my go.
I love oh my god, I love those movies. The OG movies, so good. The OG movies are, they're so good. I love the OG movies. OG live action movies are fire.
They're so good. All right, I think we could get through this question pretty quickly, honestly.
I mean, if you want, I have 2 more 1v1 fights as well. So
okay, we'll do yours.
Although I will say, I think my next 2 are probably going to be our most divisive ones.
That's what I'm saying. So let's save those for the end, so we can get a wrap on those.
Okay,
because
that's fine.
My last
that's fair.
question, how would you fare in Gotham City with the promise that the Joker wouldn't hurt you, but there's a chance that the other rogues will come in contact with you? So we're taking out the literal guy who will kill you for no reason, but we're also adding all the people who will fuck with you heavy. You know what I mean? They probably won't kill you. They'll fuck with you. You know, it's gonna suck.
So here is my question. Do I have? Oh, here I have 2 questions. Am I armed?
Are you? It's however you think you want to see.
If it's however I would do it, then I'm fucking armed.
Oh shit. Okay.
Second question. Have I gotten any kind of heads up or breakdown prior to the other rogues that I might face?
No. So essentially,
that's the important part.
For the sake of this hypothetical, you're like, oh shit, Gotham's kind of cheap, but I know Batman and all that bullshit's going on, but it's cheap. I just got a good job here. Let's move here.
Because, like, I could run into the Penguin, which is like, I could probably handle the Penguin.
Yeah, like I was about to say, the Penguin's not necessarily
or, you know, I could wander into an alley and all of a sudden Man-Bat's staring at me. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna eat you.
If I run into an alley and Man-Bat's there, I am cooked. I'm fucked. I don't care what I'm armed with. It's not enough. Killer Croc, I'm cooked.
Oh, I was about to say, you just better not go into the sewer.
Yeah, just stay away from the sewers.
Stay away from pools.
Stay away from any main water pipeline.
You know, like, you want to go swimming, go to Metropolis.
Stay away from any bodies of water in Gotham. Just any...
Let's drive like 45 minutes. Let's go to Star City. How about that? The Flash is there. He's tough.
Real.
Like, let's go to Star City.
If
honestly,
Man-Bat bites Batman, does he become Man-Bat Batman? No, he becomes Man-Batman.
Yeah, he becomes Man-Batman. If Man-Bat bites Batman, he becomes Man-Batman.
Yes.
But if Batman bites Man-Bat, he becomes Man-Batman.
No. If Batman bites Man-Bat, he becomes Batman-Bat.
Okay. Wait. No.
Yes.
Hold on.
Because if Man-Bat bites Batman and he becomes Man-Batman,
yeah, he becomes Man-Batman.
Then if Batman biting Man-Bat would make him Batman-Bat.
Okay. It would make him Batman-Bat.
If a bat bites a bat, is it Bat-Bat? No, it's cannibalism. Anyways.
Yeah, if I bite Tayge, does that make me seem crazy?
Anyways.
go to Vulture, you know?
Yeah, I think honestly it just kind of depends on who I run into.
Yeah, because I did say it's
Because
not
if I'm armed,
there's a
and I run into like just a normal everyday rogues gallery person, I have a shot.
Yeah, and like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I wrote in the question. It's not like a definite you're gonna encounter. There's just a chance.
Yeah, I think
So,
it
like,
just it really does just depend on if I run. You know what? Matter of fact, let's make this fun.
Okay.
I'm going to I'm gonna window share real quick. I'm gonna switch to my stream setup real quick so I can window capture. I'm gonna window capture this right here. So chat, here's what I'm gonna do. Let me move this so you can see it. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna flip a coin.
Okay.
This flip does not count. I'm gonna flip a coin. If it lands on heads, I run into normal everyday villains. But if it lands on tails, I run into a serious one.
You're encountering a rogue.
Yeah, I'm encountering an actual rogue.
How many tails?
Well, GG's, guys. It was nice knowing you.
Okay.
It was nice knowing you guys. It was nice knowing you guys. It was nice knowing you guys while it lasted.
All right, let's segue into your last two 1v1s.
Oh, is this it? Is this it?
Yeah, this is it. This is time.
The last two 1v1s are it? Okay, bet.
Or one minute, because I do have to go to Dylan.
So earlier, I said that I had a question that was about a book character and a video game character, and
Yes,
that
sir.
I believe that I am cooking with this question.
Okay.
And that question is, who wins in a 1v1? The God Killer Percy Jackson or the God Killer Kratos? It's a great question.
That is a good, because a lot of people would think Kratos is taking the dub.
Right. People, gamers would immediately say Kratos. No question. Yes. But that's because gamers have only watched the Percy Jackson movies and TV shows.
Yes. They don't understand that Percy Jackson is quite literally him.
Yes. Percy Jackson is the only being in existence to deny the gift of the gods.
Literally.
He literally like spits in their face about it. Like he does not give a fuck about the gift of the gods.
Yeah. Every time that there's essentially a kerfuffle going on with the gods, Percy's like, oh, you know what? I'm just low-key gonna fuck with all you guys' shit. Prime example. When his mother, I can't remember what book it was, but they did it in the movie, but they did it in the movie poorly. When his mother got kidnapped by Hades and trapped her with Persephone and trapped her in hell. Or the underworld.
Atreus is not a part of the fight, kid.
Yeah, we're not counting Atreus. That's a good. Okay, which Kratos are we saying?
Oh, this is God Killer Kratos. This is God of War 3 Kratos.
Okay. He's angry.
This is God Killer Kratos versus peak Percy Jackson. God Killer Percy Jackson.
So when his mother, what? Okay. Lowe's not over there. Okay, let me look it up. Sorry. So I'm just not incorrect about what I'm about to say.
While you're looking that up, I'm going to segue into something real quick.
Okay.
Percy Jackson, for those that are unaware of some of Percy Jackson's lore, Percy Jackson is what people in the book industry call a unfaithful narrator. or there's other words for it, like an inconsistent narrator, or a there's other words for it. Basically, the point of it is that the way the story is being told, the person who is telling the story is not telling you the story fully correctly because of their own personal beliefs being put into their perspective. So A perfect example is Percy Jackson himself. In Percy Jackson's books, he is a very like clumsy, kind of figuring it out as it goes character. Like he doesn't plan often. Shit just kind of happens.
Percy Jackson's book is quite literally, wait, what? Shit's going down? Bet.
Yeah, and in the books, you'll read the books, and Percy will be like, "Oh wow, this guy's really strong. He's scaring me. I gotta really like tap into my powers and use the powers I get from my dad. Use this water." And then fast forward, after the Percy Jackson books are written, they come out with a new series that tells multiple stories of Olympus as Percy Jackson's story is happening. So you hear about Percy from the point of view of other characters. And it becomes very clear very quickly that from Percy's point of view, he is just a kid figuring it out. And from everyone else's point of view, death has entered the battlefield.
No, literally.
One of his friends that doesn't know he is Poseidon's son, when Percy walks on the battlefield, she describes the pressure and aura around Percy as that of a god.
Yeah, no, literally.
Like his spiritual pressure is literally that of a god, and he's not even fully a god. He's a half god.
Literally.
He's also the child of the big three.
He is. He's a child of Poseidon.
The only son of Poseidon?
No. He had to.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I forgot about that. I always forget about the Cyclops.
Yeah. In the books, he's 10 times more important.
So
just to run a few of these feats by you real quick, because I'm going to run feats for Kratos as well, because this is fair.
I could run feats for Kratos off the top of my dome.
Type shit. So Percy Jackson is a Greek demigod, son of Poseidon. We all know this. Saved Olympus multiple times, fought titans and monsters, and he quite literally became the head counselor of Poseidon's cabin at Camp Half-Blood. So let's just go across these feats. He clears his name of being the lightning thief by returning Zeus's stolen lightning bolt. He saved Olympus by leading a titan army. He and Annabeth and Chase out of spite, because Poseidon and Hades were like, you guys cannot escape, or you guys can't do anything with the abyss of Tartarus. You can't navigate the underworld. So they were like, oh, really? Bet that up. Annabeth and Chase were like, maybe we shouldn't do this, Percy. Maybe not a good idea. Percy said, nah, they called me a pussy. I'm doing that shit. They fell. They survived. And they fucking navigated the entirety of the Abyss of Tartarus and navigated the underworld. He also, throughout all of his adventures, defeated iconic creatures like the Minotaur, Medusa, and other insane people like fucking Kronos, the father of his father,
Ares.
that boy's granddaddy.
Defeated Ares.
So
at the ripe age of like 12.
Literally. He did all of this as a fucking teenager.
Teenager, by the way. Not even an adult. Not even an adult. Medusa does not count. You're actually smoking something if you think Medusa does not count.
100% counts, because Medusa in any type of mythology.
She's a snake with more snakes. You do not know Medusa and Percy Jackson lore. Saying that she's a snake with more snakes is literally just you being, what's the word I'm looking for?
You're rage being
ignorant. You're being ignorant. You saying she's a snake with more snakes and that Daredevil could solo Medusa is being ignorant.
Medusa is quite literally
in Percy Jackson lore, Medusa having her powers doesn't mean shit. She can still fight.
Yeah,
she's Medusa, still willing to kill people.
In Percy Jackson lore, they sided with actual Greek and Norse mythology lore, which was Medusa essentially was in cahoots with Poseidon. Poseidon's not wife, but I can't remember exactly what her name was, the other Greek god or goddess that he was fucking around with, but she didn't fuck with that, so she cursed Medusa, which is why Medusa, anytime anyone looks at her, or not anyone looks at her, but anytime she makes eye contact with someone, they turn to stone, because her curse was that she was so beautiful that even gods wanted her as a mortal. And I can't remember, I think it was Aphrodite who hated that. She couldn't stand that. So she cursed Medusa. Medusa, and it's the same thing in Percy Jackson. It's just in Percy Jackson, it's a little bit different. Medusa still got cursed by Aphrodite, but in this curse, she essentially became immortal and became an all-knowing demigod because she was alive throughout all of that and saw how human civilization had changed. Hence, why she ran a statue company.
Kind of. You're getting closer there, kitten.
Yeah, she had a statue company for modern times to get away with the fact that she was quite literally Medusa.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean...
And all of her statues were just people she accidentally turned to stone.
Yeah, because she genuinely didn't... Because Medusa, even in lore, Percy Jackson killed her kind of for no reason. Like,
Medusa really wasn't trying to hurt him.
Medusa was just like, yo, you can't have my shit, bro. And
yeah, Medusa was just like, you can't have my shit. Like, that was it.
Bad, bro. Too bad. I'm taking it anyway. And
yeah,
turned
that was her whole problem. Yeah,
Medusa quite literally
she had no issue.
She hated it. She was just like, I just want to be normal.
She had no issue with Percy. She just was like, you're bothering me. You can't bother me. Leave me alone.
Medusa quite literally, although she in Percy Jackson lore, the woman that she hates is not even Aphrodite. She hates Percy Jackson's mom because her mom was the one that got to have the kid with Poseidon. Or his mom was the one that got to have the kid.
Also, doesn't Poseidon admit to actually caring and loving for Percy Jackson's mom?
Yeah, no,
like he
Poseidon
actually did love her.
Poseidon is the only god in Percy Jackson's lore that deeply cares for his wife, for his mortal wife, because that's the only one that he wants.
Yeah, I forget. Poseidon in Percy Jackson lore is actually kind of a W guy. He was just a really absent father because he had to be.
He had to be, or they would literally strip away his god like powers. His god like.
Well, I think they threatened to go after Percy.
Yeah, that's right. Zeus and Hades literally told Poseidon that Percy was blasphemous. Like, yo, respectfully, we're gonna let him live, but if you fuck with him, we're gonna kill him.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure it had something to do with that. Oh wait, chat's slightly too big.
Oh shit.
There we go. Fixed it.
And Percy, just to give him just a little bit, he does have a power over Kratos, which is his hydrokinesis. Yep. Percy has the ability to control bodies of water, no matter the amount. He can breathe underwater. He can create bubbles of air if he wanted to. He can walk on water.
Not really.
And can use it, huh?
Kitten Chopper said, "Is there anybody that can compete with Wally West or Plastic Man?" And I said, "Not really."
Not really. I gave Tayge kind of a goofy question. I don't know if he remembers it or not, but I was like, we should have a debate question where we say who's faster, Wally West Flash or Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, and it's just like, bro, that's
known as the incarnate of the speed.
Yeah, it's like, speed incarnate versus speed incarnate. Which one wins?
I feel like that'd be a fun debate to see.
Technically, like, yes, Percy could do that. He's never done that, but I don't see why he couldn't.
And his hydrokinesis also allows him to heal himself.
Yeah, so, he can heal himself basically infinitely.
The way that Kratos would really be able to beat Percy, in my opinion, would
no,
be
I think Kitten, I think he just doesn't do that because at the time of his books being written, shit like that didn't happen in books. People didn't explode from the inside out because other people controlled the water in their bodies.
Yeah, so you're saying so Percy can control the water in a person kill? No, it has to be because the water inside of a person.
Why couldn't he?
Because water inside of a person is different than, like, your bodily fluid water is 10 times different than ocean water, lake water, like rainwater.
Right, but a lot of your body fluid is ocean water that you drink.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I think in lore they say why he doesn't.
Really? I feel like Percy Jackson could just do that. I feel like that's totally in his power set. They've never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender. Kitten Chopper, you are killing it with bringing up my next 1v1 question.
Oh, okay. No. Kitten, actually, hey, Let's give the dub to Kitten. Yes, Percy Jackson can theoretically control the water within a human body.
That's what I'm saying.
Blood.
The reason they don't do it is because at the time the books were being made, that violent stuff like that didn't happen in the books.
Yeah, it wasn't like that. But and the proving capability in it in the Mark of Athena book, he is implied to control the water in Jason's lungs when he was drowning.
Okay.
He can also manipulate poisons. That was in Son of Neptune during his time in Tartarus.
Honestly, I think the only way Kratos really has this, because like Kratos's feats are insane as well, don't get me wrong, but Kratos doesn't have a way to like reliably heal himself like Percy does.
Yeah,
Percy basically has an infinite health glitch.
That's what I'm saying. Kratos' only chance would be taking Percy away from water.
Yeah, that's like the only way. If Percy didn't have access to water, Kratos has got this. But if Percy has water, I don't know if Kratos has it.
My answer is Percy. Knowing Percy Jackson Lord, I love Kratos, don't get me wrong. Kratos is a god killer in his own right, but he's a god killer because he's strong. Percy Jackson is a god killer because he's smart.
The reason I'm stuck on this is because I'm trying to figure out if Poseidon in Percy Jackson lore is stronger than Poseidon in God of War lore. Yes, there's water in the air. Sweat does technically count as water, but again, it's one of those things where like the person writing the book isn't going to think about that. So he doesn't have feats where he does that, but theoretically he could do that.
Yeah.
It's just for me, it's like the thing I'm really hung up on is like, is Poseidon in Percy Jackson lore stronger than Poseidon in God of War lore? So he's capped because of the writer. It's not really he's capped because of the writer. It's more like we don't fully know what he's capable of because it hasn't been stated.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm just gonna look it up. No, Poseidon in God of War is generally portrayed as significantly more powerful than the Poseidon in Percy Jackson because of just a lot more things that the Poseidon in God of War just does. Like that question's really hard to answer because it's very subjective because we just see more of Poseidon in God of War than Percy Jackson.
Right, but my issue with it is I remember God of War 3 and God of War 2 Poseidon being pretty fucking strong. Like he was a threat. Even though he got bitched by Kratos, he was a threat.
No, he was a threat 110%.
So I'm trying to think like is Percy even capable of what Poseidon was doing in that game?
Yeah, I was about to say because
Poseidon literally becomes like a water horse.
Yeah,
and like
his Titan
literally controls the whole ocean.
Yeah, his Titan form allowed
to fight Kratos.
To grow absolutely humongous. It was colossal. How big it was.
And so like I'm trying to think in my head like is Percy even capable of matching that type of power?
That's the question.
Because Poseidon in God of War 3 does have a lot of power. He pulls out a crazy feat to try to beat Kratos. He literally uses the entirety of Greek's oceans.
Yeah. Okay, that's a fair point.
And I don't think Percy's even capable of doing something like that.
You're so right.
Like that might be too much for Percy's skill set.
You know what? Okay. Well, maybe Kratos does it because we're also saying this is Kratos because this is God of War 3 Kratos.
This is peak rage power Kratos.
So that's what I'm saying. He has Spartan Rage and the Blades of Chaos on his side too.
Did you just get done with that time, baby? We had bananas. We had bananas for the first time. Did you like them? We liked them? We ate some bananas? Hi, are you trying to talk to me? Yeah? Tell me about it. What did you and Mama do? What? What did you and Mama do? Oh, we're spitting all over. We're blowing raspberries. Hi, baby. You're so happy. Hi. Hi. Are you trying to tell me something? Ah. Wow. Are you done talking to me now? Did Taco distract you? Hi. We got so excited. Yeah. What, baby? Do you see all the pretty colors of Dad's podcast? Is that what you're looking at? You see all the blues and purples?
We got a cameo from Taylor.
Yeah, she can come on in.
No shit.
Baby, she's wrapped in her towel. She's fine.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, you don't have shoes on? Seriously? Goodness gracious.
Well, stream, I guess, while Tahgee's gone, I guess I'll entertain you guys. I'll recant a story.
Okay.
There was this one time. Oh, Type Shit's back.
Now that I'm done with that waste of time, no, I'm just
Mention this to Tayge. I do have to go to Dylan's before the money center closes because I have to get a money order made. And they close
money
at
center
8.
Okay, cool. Great. So
I say we finish this one and then just let's end it.
Oh no, I think we can wrap the next one up quick, I feel.
Okay, let's hurry then. I'm not trying to rush you, but
I think Kratos.
Okay, no, because thinking on it while you were gone, I do think Kratos would win.
I think Kratos just is too much power for Percy.
Yeah. Especially we're saying a God of War 3 Kratos. We're saying pure Spartan Rage Kratos.
He's relentless. He's relentless.
He's going to full rush on Percy.
Yeah, he's not going to give Percy a break.
Yeah. So when you got up, I was like, oh, well, now Tahgee's gone. I guess I'll entertain you stream. So there was this one time, and then right when I said that, you came back. So I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. The final 1v1 of the night. We have who wins in a 1v1? Katara, the best waterbender
in history,
or Aang with only airbending?
Oh. What points are we saying this at? Are we saying when they first meet?
This is both of them are good at what they do.
Okay. I'm gonna do Team Aang as adults for the sake of this to make it fair for both.
Sure.
So taking out every other element, does Aang still
only
fight with
air?
Or does he only use air techniques? Or does he use other bending techniques with airbending?
Well, yeah, he literally says that he uses other bending styles with his airbending. He states that as something he actually does himself. So absolutely, he still does that.
I just didn't know if we were gonna take that out too. Like
no.
It's
just when I say airbending only, I mean he can only use the bending of air.
Okay.
He can't use fire, water, or earth. He can only use air.
What is the severity of this fight?
It's just like all the other fights. Whoever comes out standing.
Okay, so they're trying to kill each other. Damn, you're putting both star-crossed lovers.
This is completely forget about the fact that they even know each other. This is one of the best airbenders that we know of versus arguably the best waterbender.
I think
Katara has not mastered water. What? Did you even watch Avatar?
Katara mastered water by book 3. Katara mastered water by book 3.
Katara hasn't mastered water? What the fuck are you talking about, brother? You've seen it like 4 times. Clearly you missed season 2!
Yeah, when she became a master, when she trained at the North Pole.
She literally... What are you talking about? Not to its... Huh? What? Katara literally learns like everything a waterbender can learn by the end of the show.
Yeah, we're also saying that I'm also saying that it's Team Aang.
Yeah, and we're also talking about Team Aang fully grown up, like after, like when we meet them in Korra, where she's absolutely a master of waterbending, no question about it.
I'm not gonna say go to Korra where they're old, but like the new comics that have been coming out and the new movie that's been teased, I'm gonna say like these level of like 20-year-old Team Aang.
I still think it's absolutely crazy to say with your full chest that she didn't master water before the end of the show. That's insane to me. That's just the writing. Like that's just the writing, bro. There's so much you can do with waterbending that she does not. That's just the writing of the show. I hate when people do this. I hate when people like to like when you did it earlier with Percy, where because it's not stated, they're all of a sudden weak, or because they don't do it, they're all of a sudden weak. They're still capable.
Yeah,
they just don't.
But after looking it up, yes, Katara was so looking up the question, was Katara a full master of waterbending by the end of ATLA? Yes, Katara was considered a full master of waterbending by the end of Avatar: The Last Airbender. After training with Master Pakku at the end of season 1, she quickly advanced through self-teaching and combat experience, becoming arguably the best waterbender of her generation by the end of the series.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, like any airbender can.
Right, but there's things Katara can do as well that puts Aang in really shitty situations too, kitten.
I would argue...
You have to remember, Katara can bloodbend. Katara can get water directly from the air or from sweat.
Katara... Yeah, I was about to say, this is... Okay. Let me zone in and peep game real quick. Katara, we're saying this is adult Team Aang. So Katara is 20-something, just like Aang at this time. Katara is a master of waterbending, full master of waterbending, so she understands to carry that thing of water with you. Aang doesn't have to do anything because yes, he's an airbender, but Katara is going to come into this fight with an ability to waterbend, like her satchel that always has water. Also, we're taking their backstories and their backgrounds into account. They don't know each other.
Whoa.
So no, they don't know each other. So think about it like this. Aang is still a monk. Right? He's still a monk. Yeah. So Katara, she grew up in the gritty ass South fucking Pole. You think Katara is going to try to go for a kill shot before Aang? Do you know what I mean? Aang is going to play the defense for the longest time in season opening.
Hold on, kitten. There is no canon ability where anybody has ever turned invisible using air techniques. That has never happened in the history of Avatar's lore. And that would be more light bending than air bending. Yeah, also, he can't heat up the air. He only has air bending.
Yeah, so how airbending works is you can't change the temperature. You can just bend the air.
You can just control air. You can't do anything special with it. You can just control it.
Like that, only the techniques that Aang could do, is push her, lift her up, throw her around, or the classic, I'm gonna take the air out of your lungs.
You aren't using canon for Katara. No, but It's okay.
Huh?
Oh my
You're
god.
using
Oh my god.
Katara?
No, I know what he's trying to say. I know what he's trying to say. Let me clear it up because you clearly don't understand what I'm trying to say. It has never been stated in Avatar lore, period, that any airbender can turn invisible under any circumstance. What you said with Katara about how she could do so much with waterbending that she doesn't, you are referencing what other waterbenders do that she does not. In season one, he heats himself when in the south? What are you talking about?
Did he really? I don't remember that. Wait, let me look up a clip of that. Because if he did, then okay, he can control the temperature, but I don't think he would first think about that. Because so can Katara.
Oh my gosh, are you talking about his temperature regulation?
Oh wait,
that's not what you're
of,
talking about? Where he survives the cold climate because he heats his own body temperature up?
That's because of his spiritual bending. That he didn't know was spiritual bending because he was a fucking monk. The monks taught that. That's not even like bullshit either. That's IRL lore. Monks teach you
that's brother. You're literally talking about his temperature regulation that has nothing to do with his airbending at all.
Yeah, that's technically a part of his spiritual bending if you want to be technical, I guess, but no, that's not airbending. He wouldn't be able to take the air around him and heat it up like in a tactical offensive way. And also, we're talking about Aang here. The motherfucker doesn't fight offense 90% of the time. He fights defense till he finds an opening and he's going to disarm you and discombobulate you. That's what he does.
We're putting them in a stuck on this.
Have to fight each other to kill each other. So Aang would fight for the defensive for a little bit, but after a little bit, he would understand, okay, well, I'm going to have to kill her because she's trying to kill me. Because Katara is not the type of fighter that Aang is. Katara is nothing like Aang. They are polar opposites.
You are, okay, I will give you this to an extent, Kitten. It can be used to heat air, but it cannot be used to heat air with the intention that you are wanting to use it for. You would not be able to heat a person alive. Airbenders can heat the air indirectly by using air manipulation. So the air isn't necessarily hot, it's just pressurized. Yeah. So it causes the, for lack of a better word, illusion of heat. It's pressurized air, and it can only be used to such an extent. It doesn't reach heats to where you can actually cook a human. You wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, I was about to say, because I'm going to pull up the Avatar wiki. Let's look up Aang real quick.
The airbending that you were talking about, it's literally just pressurized air. That's all it is. It's just airbenders pressurizing the air. So it's not actually heat, it's pressured air. Yeah, they can also lower the pressure to cause the illusion of something being cold. Exactly. So but I don't think they're able to do 1 billion psi. Airbenders still have a limit. They can't just do infinite things with air. Like they can't just burst out 1 billion psi with air. That's not how airbending works.
I know. But I think we should leave this up for an open. I think Katara is going to come out on top.
And I think Team Aang's going to come out on top.
I think we should end it here.
I think Aang's going to come out on top.
Tell us what you guys think.
Exactly. And see, and I love always ending the stream with both of us being split up. Because then it leaves an opening for the comments to agree or disagree themselves.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. What you think? Who you think wins? I think it's Aang. Alex thinks it's Katara. So we'll leave it up to you. Let me know what you think.
Yep.
Until then, we will see you next time. Alex,
see you guys.
Say your goodbyes. Go ahead.
See you guys next time. I love you guys. It's awesome talking about comics with everybody. I hope to see more of you.
Exactly. Thank you guys so much for watching the Nerdy Neanderthals podcast. If you did, tune in next week for episode 3. Episode 1 should be posted on the YouTube here shortly, so look out for that. I will be posting the YouTube on my pages to give it a little bit of advertisement. Look out for that page. Make sure to subscribe and support, and stay nerdy. Thank you all.
Of course.